So here's a story of ATF agents, alcohol, tobacco, firearms agents, storm in, flashbangs thrown, guns drawn into this young black family's home and raid their home looking for things without any explanation. And the family is still left wondering why. Let's talk about it more after. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, it's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
7 News has obtained some disturbing video of a Maryland family's home being raided. The ATF rolled up on their house, guns drawn, and tossing flashbangs into the home. Months later, the family still hasn't been told why, and the family is only talking to I-Team investigative reporter Scott Taylor.
Yeah, Scott, this is really bizarre. It's a scene straight out of a movie. Early in the morning, dozens of armed federal agents and police officers raiding Mark Manley's home. Manley has a large presence on social media. He promotes community, self-defense, and he collects a lot of guns. Watch as ATF agents surround Mark Manley's home in the heart of Baltimore, Maryland at 5 in the morning last November. Dozens of heavily armed federal agents and local law enforcement at the front door. The first of 2 flashbang explosive devices deployed into the living room.
Police with a warrant, come to the door! Get hands! Come on, to the door!
Manley's wife, getting ready for work, screamed so loud it woke up their 13-year-old daughter.
It was a big scream. It definitely shook me up. God woke me up.
Agents order everyone out of the house.
I'm walking out, make sure the officers see that I am unarmed and not a threat.
Manley's 17-year-old daughter hears another explosion.
I heard another flashbang, and I said, at the time I did not know what a flashbang was, so I said, is that a bomb?
The first flashbang leaves a mark on the floor.
20 guns at my children could have went real bad, real fast.
Manley, his wife, and their 2 daughters now outside in handcuffs, but for half an hour, Manley doesn't know what happened to his 15-year-old son.
It was, traumatizing. It was like waking up to a bad dream.
ATF agents break down the outside glass door in the basement, leading to the teen's bedroom.
10 to 12 officers pointed semi-automatic rifles at my son, demanding him to show his hands.
They were threatening to shoot. I honestly felt like I could get shot or I could die at any moment.
Why do you think they hit your house? Why do you think they targeted you? Do you have any idea right now?
I mean, I am a black man in America that is heavily armed, that educates the community on firearms.
The search warrant lists a federal court section that cites potential criminal violations that include engaging in the business of firearms without a license. He does have a firearms license in Maryland and has a license to purchase firearms. Manley doesn't have a violent arrest record or any weapons violations.
I work full-time at a high school. I'm an intervention specialist. I teach de-escalation and conflict resolution.
He does charity work in Baltimore. He's an outspoken community advocate and has a large presence on digital platforms. More than 200 videos and over 309,000 people subscribe to Mark Chapa TV, his own YouTube channel.
It means everything, community. We spreading unity, we spreading education through our community and just bringing everybody together, that's all. Right.
He's also a gun collector, and he doesn't hide it. The ATF search warrant shows that investigators only seized Manley's cell phone, they didn't take any weapons.
I just felt very confused, scared, and it messed with my anxiety.
The ATF tells 7 News its investigation is ongoing. No charges have been filed against Manley.
Police with a warrant, come to the door.
They could have caught me while I was outside going to my truck. They could have caught me running errands. They could have caught me at work, working at a high school. They could have caught me while I was driving and pulled me over. There's so many ways that this could have been handled without traumatizing my children.
Wow. If criminal charges are handed down, I'll let you know. And if or when the feds start talking to me, I'll tell you why the ATF targeted this family.
I honestly think that it was some sort of scare tactic, some sort of get in your place or else type move, in my opinion. Doesn't make too much sense, and I also think it could have been they were probably hoping for him to react in a defensive manner. When I say that, I mean by running down the hallway, grabbing the biggest gun he has, and shooting his way out of there, and them taking him out. In some, oh well, we had a warrant, we had the right to come in. He started shooting, but y'all knew what he had in there, and y'all came, like he said, like you come busting doors down, throwing flashbangs. I got my whole family in here. Like the average person is going to want to defend themselves, and then you talk about a person who is specialized in defensive tactics. You running up in his house, throwing flashbangs and carrying on. Like, come on. I'm just happy that he did not react that way. I mean, prime example is what the situation that happened with Breonna Taylor some few years ago, right? Where her boyfriend, the police came raiding the wrong house. Her boyfriend was in there armed, trying to protect them two, and then she ends up getting killed by the police. Right? When it's like y'all came in here, guns blazing, like y'all trying to knock down doors. We don't know who's at the door, right? So I don't know what they was on. I think this is a tactic for them to try and silence whatever it is that he's doing. I gotta find his YouTube. I saw back here he had a YouTube plaque on the back wall back here. So he's got a YouTube somewhere where I assume. I mean, he said he does training online and at the school that he works at. So I assume he's got a pretty big following. And they knew that obviously going in there. And I don't, the only thing I can honestly think of is that they were looking for a gunfight to be able to justifiably take him out. Look, someone said the same thing. They were trying to provoke him. I truly believe that that's what they were trying to do. They wanted a reason to take him out. See? So that's, I mean, that's just what it looked like. Like they needed a reason to get him up out of there for teaching gun safety to whoever he was teaching it to. And that would have been the way to do it, right? You run up into a man's house that is highly trained, and you startle him, and that's how you do it. So shout out to this man for not falling for their trap, because that's what I strongly believe this was, and that's unfortunate. Beautiful family too, super beautiful family, and you know, they'll be traumatized by this for the rest of their lives. But fortunately, they have a father that knows knows his way around firearms, and hopefully, I'm sure he is and has already been teaching them how to protect themselves if need be. So interesting story though. Interesting. Y'all be safe out there, all right? It's Ricky Rich for Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.